So will doing less on LinkedIn land you more jobs? I believe the answer is yes. So in this video, I will show you the new way to use LinkedIn to attract recruiters, hiring managers, and clients without competing with hundreds of other applicants on the same LinkedIn job postings. In fact, you're gonna like this because it's actually less work and you'll always have a consistent stream of clients. Now, to start, you need to understand just how big of a shift the tech job market is going through right now, especially for tech freelancers and IT contractors. See, the old way used to be applying to every job on LinkedIn, using platforms like Fiverr, Upwork, or Freelancer.com, sending recruiters and companies messages, and looking for jobs in the LinkedIn feed. Basically, a lot of proactive work where you're competing with thousands of others without any control over the outcome. But after having worked as a freelance data analyst myself for many years and having coached over 100 tech professionals to use this same strategy, their inboxes got flooded with messages from recruiters and hiring managers for higher paid jobs, all while not having to apply for jobs themselves. And if you don't believe me, take a look at this. So now I'm going to show you my LinkedIn strategy. And there's only 3 steps to it. Super easy. Step 1 is LinkedIn SEO. Simply put, 90% of the time, recruiters use LinkedIn to find tech freelancers and IT contractors. So a recruiter would literally just type in the search bar, freelance data analyst, and a list of freelance data analysts would pop up. And SEO is nothing more than optimizing your LinkedIn profile in such a way so that you're very high on that list of freelance data analysts. You don't want to be on page 100 because, be honest with yourself, when's the last time you visited Google page 3 even? Same for recruiters. They only look at the first 10, 20, 30 search results when they look for a tech professional. So here's how to always appear on top of page 1 of the LinkedIn search results. It's all about keywords. If you're a full stack developer, then you want to have that keyword full stack developer in 4 places on your LinkedIn profile. First, the header, then your bio, then your job titles, and then your work experience in those job titles. That's it. This way, you're telling the LinkedIn algorithm that you're in fact a full stack developer. The better and more often you have those keywords spread through your profile, the easier it is for LinkedIn to understand that you are in fact a full stack developer and should push you in the search results. I see so many people have like 5 different ways to describe the exact same job title they have. So let me show you how to not do it so you can learn from their mistakes. Take a look at these 2 profiles, for example. In his header, he says he's a database engineer. Then in his about section, he doesn't repeat that keyword at all. And then in his experience, he says he's a database administrator. And then in the work experience, he doesn't even have anything at all. So that's not how to do it. There's no alignment of keywords through his profile. Same for this profile. Looks much better. It says he's a freelance senior data scientist and machine learning engineer scientist. I don't know what that is. But then when we look at his bio, so here it says freelance senior data scientist. And in his bio, the first keyword is senior lead software engineer. Completely different keyword. And then when we go to his job title, it says chief executive officer. And here is chief technology officer and co-founder. There is no alignment of his keywords. So the first thing you should do is determine which keywords you want to be found on. If you're a data analyst, then data analyst is the keyword, and then repeat the keyword throughout your profile. Make sure it's the exact same keyword. But if you optimize your LinkedIn profile for SEO without step 2, then you're wasting your time and you're wasting every recruiter's time that's looking at your profile. Because step 2 is all about changing your LinkedIn profile to work just like a landing page. And the landing page converts visitors into buyers. And just like that, you want to convert recruiters taking a look at your profile into potential clients or projects. You want recruiters to start sending you messages and invites for interviews. So here's how to do exactly that. We basically need to adjust 3 things to a profile. First one being measurable metrics. In the work experience section of your LinkedIn profile, please don't do this. Let me show you. Carlos, my dear friend, you don't even have a work experience section on your LinkedIn profile. Guys, this is your competition. All right, Gabriel, AI and ML engineer, when we go to his work experience, it's empty. Please don't do this. Or even this. Even though it might look like his work experience is actually pretty solid, it is, but he only states what he has worked on at those companies. But if you want to include measurable metrics, you also have to include what your work has resulted into. So for example, he says he built dashboards and reports addressing real-world business problems, including sales performance and customer segmentation. Cool, but how much has sales performance increased because of your dashboards? How many costs has it reduced? Did it increase profit by 20%, 50%? Include those metrics if you can, because recruiters love seeing results. Of course, the side note here is you have to actually be able to add measurable metrics. Sometimes you can't quantify what you have done or what your work has resulted into, and sometimes you're just not allowed to because you're under NDA or something. But then you can make an approximation. Maybe we doubled the profit or we halved the amount of blah, blah, blah. It's a well-known fact backed by Google that people that include measurable metrics in their LinkedIn profile and resume have a higher chance of getting hired. And the same applies to the second thing you need to add to your LinkedIn profile to turn it into a landing page. It's your portfolio. Use the link in your header to link to your portfolio. So if you're a data analyst, then show your dashboards. If you're a web developer, show the actual websites you've built. If you're an app developer, show the apps, show your GitHub, whatever. Your portfolio is the technical proof that you can actually do what you claim you can do. And if you can't show any of your work because of privacy or sensitivity reasons, then just show a dummy dashboard or a dummy product. And then the third thing you should add to your profile that almost nobody does for some reason, but recruiters actually love to see: referrals. If your portfolio is the technical proof, then referrals are the social proof. It basically tells recruiters that you've actually worked with former colleagues, managers, and clients. Ask your current manager or your previous manager or colleagues to write a referral for you and offer to write one for them in return. Because you probably check the reviews before you go eat at a restaurant. You check the ratings before you watch a movie. Recruiters check the referrals before they send a message to a potential tech professional. Get some referrals. All right, now that we know how to appear on top of search results and how to convert visitors of your profile into actual jobs, money, it's time to 100x those results by going to step 3. And this step actually helps the LinkedIn algorithm to push your profile even higher in the search results, while at the same time also giving you more profile visits from the LinkedIn feed, so not just from search. Plus, it builds credibility and authority, making it way easier for you to charge more for exactly the same work. And it's called writing simple, viral LinkedIn posts. And there's a proven framework to consistently go viral on LinkedIn without having to write any cringy LinkedIn posts. And it's the same framework that Valerie has used to consistently write viral posts about Tableau that led her to landing a freelance data analyst job within 2.5 months of joining the Freedom Freelancing Mastermind. She even got reposted by the official Tableau community herself. Oh, and fun fact, since Valerie has literally cracked the LinkedIn algorithm, she has recently joined the Freedom Freelancing Mastermind team as a coach to help other Mastermind students write LinkedIn content that attracts clients and personally roast your posts and gives you valuable feedback. So if you want to join the Mastermind, get coached by Valerie, other coaches, and by me personally, and click the link below to apply for the Freedom Freelancing Mastermind. Anyways, here's the exact framework to write simple viral posts on LinkedIn. Hook, rehook, body, /value, CTA. That's it. Let me explain. So the first hook should stop the scroll and trigger curiosity. It can be a question, a bold statement, or an impressive statistic. The rehook expands upon the hook but triggers even more curiosity and makes people want to read the next sentence. And the next sentence is the start of your body. It can be an interesting story, it can be a lesson you learned, or a list of resources you want to share, or a tutorial on a certain topic. This is basically the meat of the post, the value. And then you want to end with the CTA, a call to action. You can ask people to send you a DM or email. You can ask people to book a consultation call with you. Or if you don't have a product or service, you can just simply ask people to repost or ask them a question. So this will drive engagement to the post, pushing it even higher in the algorithm. So let me show you an example of a perfectly written, simple viral post. So this is a post that got over 1,000 likes on LinkedIn. And here's how it goes. My 6-step storytelling framework is unbeatable. That's a hook. Why is it unbeatable? If you cringe at writing stories on LinkedIn, read this. So I know, and she knows, that people think that writing posts on LinkedIn can be cringy. So she has a way to write posts without being cringy. Ooh, let's get into it. Most stories focus on the achievement or big win, but the best ones focus on the transformation instead. Here's a simple framework I used with examples. So this is the body of the post, the meat, where the true value lies. She basically gives you the structure of how to write a viral post. And then she ends with PS, repost if you find this useful for others. So that's the call to action to drive more engagement to the post. And this post was written by Lara Acosta, a LinkedIn guru that has truly mastered the art of LinkedIn posting and LinkedIn branding. And funny enough, she has given a 1-hour masterclass inside of a Freedom Freelancing Mastermind that was just filled with so much value that I've rewatched it probably 3 or 4 times already. In fact, not long after the masterclass, Damien, who's also a mastermind student, has implemented everything he's learned to write a LinkedIn post that went completely viral and got more than 2.6 thousand likes, and I don't know how many impressions it got. And soon after that, he landed his first freelance data analyst job, where he's currently working at. Almost as if everything I'm telling you actually works. So if you want to get access to Lara's 1-hour masterclass, learn how to crack the LinkedIn algorithm yourself so you can triple your income by becoming a high-paid tech freelancer within 12 weeks, then you might want to click the link below to apply for the Freedom Freelancing Mastermind. Oh, and one of the biggest things I see freelancers struggle with is determining their hourly rate or how much to charge for their services. So I made a video especially for you if you want to learn how much to charge. See you there. Cheers.